currently and lately, a lot of energy has been moving, like a lot. So to put it in perspective, I wanted to have this conversation to give you a new context, to really give you clarity about where we are being led into. For me personally, when it came down, like from January on, it was almost like dark, like where am I? What's happening? Like no clarity, no movement, nothing. And then in January, my tribe said, you will know in May. In May, it will start shifting. And I'm like, that's a long time until May. It's a long 4 months, right? Doing my thing, but no real clarity. And what started happening is I went with my team to Ibiza, and I also had a VIP day with someone on Ibiza. And something was shifting. In the week prior to that, I was literally walking from my home to my studio, which is in the garden, and there was this energy coming. And I spoke through this with multiple women, and they all felt like tearing up, like, oh, this is me. And what it was in my head was a piece of me. And it just, like a lot of sadness came in, like I could feel the sadness, which is clearly not only mine, it's like a collective sadness. And I think what women mainly have been doing is they've been extending their energy, reaching out, while forgetting to literally fill themselves up fully. And so the reaching out, maybe you resonate with it, feels like people all have a piece of you, can be like everywhere. Doesn't need to be literal, but like the feeling of like, and there's a reason why you have that, because you have a strong calling. Okay, I'm going to try to explain it as good as I can. So the calling is literally pulling you in, the desire for fulfillment, the desire to reach surface, the desire to live in alignment, the desire to lead, to shift, to impact. Anyone has a strong calling? I'm just curious. Do you feel the calling into this? Like, are you being called in whatever way? Doesn't need to be a business, doesn't need to be anything, just the calling to be of service or to impact, to ignite, to assist, to transform, to make this place a better world. Yes, a lot of yes, yes, yes. I would say all people in my community have that desire. And sometimes it's small. We can talk about that because it's really not small. Meaning in my family, and other times it means having a business. Both is equally important. There's no big or small, it's who you came to be. And sometimes you came to resonate, like to radiate energy. That's who you are. And some of you are like more like creator beings, like I am, like I love to create. One thing is existing because of the other. So where you are when it comes down to the calling and the purpose is exactly where you should be. Okay, so now you can breathe. There's no rush. There's no, I'm not on track. There's no, I'm too late. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Today, what I want to do for you is to go through the conversation to kind of detangle all of the things which make it sometimes very complex to understand who we are and who we came to be, and how to do it in a way that you feel full and the overflow creates the ignition in your world. Actually feel overgiving, or I'm not impacting enough. And so I am very curious. You came to this call today, or you're listening to the replay. What is your intention when it comes down living your calling, your mission, and liberating your life in the most exceptional ways? So you actually get to experience heaven on earth for you first, so that others can be ignited by this energy frequency. So what was your intention to come here today? Let's make it very intentional. That always helps. Let's see. And yes, it's actually interactive when you are here. Curiosity about the next level. Yes. That's a good one. There is a next level. What do you get out of this experience? What pulled you in this moment right here? Same as Karin, what is the next level? Have been shifting by universe to a whole new home, and seemingly work is also changing. I'm needing absolute clarity on my spirit path. Handle my freedom, being activated in the next level, or feel the direction towards the next level. Trying to understand the energy I'm feeling and move forward. I'm ready for the next level. Yes. For my soul to show me my next step. Curiosity for more, embody and allow the new level, activate miracles in my life, to be inspired and reconnect to my higher self. I always feel so aligned and ready to do the work after your workshops. That's good. I'm excited to hear that. That's always good. Co-create on this topic of creation, the ignition of next level, in doing what our purpose is from soul level. Yes, ready and curious what comes next. Ignite, fully be empowered and step into the next level. Live my life fully with excitement, vibrant living, next level, curiosity, but also overwhelm. Next steps forward to stay inspired. Confirmation, I'm on the right track, up leveling. Yes. So there's a lot of energy. Like, this is exactly the call I wanted to have, right? I wanted to have the call with the people who are ready for the next level. That's really what I feel called into myself a lot. So as I was on Ibiza and I did the 5-day Ibiza live, it was like highly impactful for the women in there, but also for me to understand what it means to choose high quality everywhere. And so in order to be able to live your mission, to explore the next level, it is about embodiment. It is not about reaching out for more. It's about allowing more to arise within you. What happens a lot is people either look outside of themselves for solutions or the magic pill, even though they say they don't, but they actually do. And or they're so focused on the manifestation that they miss the whole concept of the light they are and the power they hold in who they are. So I want to take you back into this next level of embodiment. Now, next level embodiment happens if you are very clear. So if you're just looking for a general kind of thing, what do you get? Like kind of a general thing, right? It's not very clear. And so sometimes what I hear back in soul conversations is that it's not that clear, or people are kind of clear, but there's a lot of like, I don't really know. So what if you are the source, you are the creator, and you are literally the one? You are the one, okay? There's no one else, you are the one. So how you perceive life, how you ignite, how you live, how you co-create, it's you. You are the source of life. Now, the question is not if you are, you are. Now the question is, how can I allow as much as I desire to flow through me beyond what I have already created or experienced, okay? Many times we tend to build upon what we have been creating, right? So we've done this piece in our business or in our life or in our relationship, and now we kind of use that as the foundation and we expect miracles. The thing is, it's not going to happen. The miracle frequency that you go beyond what you have been creating, beyond what feels safe, beyond what feels logical. I've been saying it more often. I want you to hear it in a bigger way, okay? If you could now erase, I don't want you to do it, but just imagine your entire life and you are fully plugged into the source, which is you, full light power. You can literally feel it coming down in abundance. Feel how there's no thoughts in that. No emotions, just being. I'm not sure if you can feel it. If you can, that would be good. Like if you already can feel that flow, like it's a little, like it's a literal portal where you can step into. So it's like this full flow of energy coming in. As you are in this, and you now start from a personality perspective, right? This is an interesting one, okay? We are in this soul connection, full portal, but now we start infusing and calling in our personality and asking her, what do you want? What do you want to experience on this lifetime? Not soul. No, soul is here. That's it. The soul is here. And now we ask her or him, what do you want to experience in this life? What is your answer? Just the first hit. Usually it's freedom, joy, fun, abundance, playfulness. Like, what is your number 1 or 2 go-to? If you would not be in your mind, but you're in your soul's essence, meaning detach yourself now from everything you've ever thought you wanted, and you're here now, and you ask your persona, what do you want to create? Humor and joy, freedom, peace, joy. Yeah? Let's go. Put them in. See how quickly you do this and how we completely are coming into it from a different energy. Can you feel that as well? It's not like, oh, I am the personality. No, it's like, actually, I am soul. I am. And now from that energy, instead of, oh, we have the reality, now start playing and trying to transform the reality, creating something which is working. No, I'm a powerful source of creation. So let's first connect to that fully. Joy, freedom, love, freedom, joy, abundance, freedom, 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 joy, freedom, love, divinity, freedom, light, love, laughter, joy, freedom, joy, joy, art, freedom, inner peace, joy. And like, Julie, if you want to like create art, why? What is it bringing to you? Is it fulfillment? Is it like, what is the energy when you are in that? Right? So now we're doing it the other way around. We know who we are. The channel is here. We connect to the portal and we ask the personality, what do you want to create? Okay, she wants to create freedom, joy, laughter. Okay, so you know. So now, why are we going to make it so complex? Okay, so laughter means, what means laughter? Freedom means, okay? So now we make up, because we've seen the imprints in the society that being free looks like you are in Ibiza, okay? You go traveling. We have all these ideas about what freedom means in physical form. But what if it's really not that? What if you can be everywhere? And now it goes the other way around. I'm in this portal. I want to experience freedom. Great. The great news is I'm actually in this portal, which is freedom, because I am free, because it's my soul. This is next level detachment from results. This is next level detachment from outcome and what you think it should be. For humans with love lives and families and businesses and money wishes and all the things, this is the next level. Oh, so you now tell me to trust this more than what I see. 100%. 100%. Because if you now do it the other way around, I'm in this portal. Do you feel people all have a piece of you in that portal? No, you're full, you're whole. No more pieces of me. It's not necessarily that you live a different life, but you elevate yourself beyond the structures of the physical reality. As you start bending the realities and elevating beyond what you currently experience and how life in your mind imprints, this is how it looks like. Now what you can do, you can stop chasing it. You don't have to chase the outcomes anymore. What starts happening if you start living from the portal and you know it's freedom, now in this relationship, What does freedom mean? How does freedom feel? This part is really not free, and this is not, and this is not. So now you know exactly when you feel free and when you're not. So now the next level is that you start embodying this ignition in your life on all levels. Oh my. I like the concept. I'm giving you the concept. I'm also giving you the context. This is the next level soul activated life. It's about embodying it in every single thing from the other way around. So not the personality is the driver. The source energy is the temple. That's where it's happening. So you start with that in every single moment in your life. And then you ask the personality, what do you want to experience? And now you start experiencing this in this moment. Now you start aligning and choosing this in the moment. It's an entirely different way of living. Just witness how often you are operating from current systems where you have been creating this and this and that, and now you try to change that, which is really not working, because miracles are not born there. Miracles are born from pure source energy. High quality choices. Are you allowing yourself to make the high quality soul aligned choices, or are you actually repeating a lot of patterns? Patterns you have been creating, your parents, society, soulmate clients, friends, patterns, patterns, patterns. Or are you willing to detach yourself, to really liberate yourself from that what is called family, from that what is called business, from that what is called purpose, from that what is called mission, to really stand fiercely in your mission, like Jesus, like Buddha. They all did it. Now, the beauty of this time is that we are being called to stand in that, but we can simultaneously have families. We can simultaneously create beautiful businesses. We can simultaneously travel the world. We can actually have it all in this portal, which is opening up right now. But it does ask you to take a different way of perspective and a different way of opening up. So what is landing? Let's see. More people are coming in. What is landing? Let's see. This is landing in a bigger way. It's supposed to be a conversation that is landing in a way bigger way. And the next level is not something what you can fit into the box with your mind into your current reality, okay? It's not gonna work. You either live the way you live in your reality and you do bits and pieces, what we have been doing until now, or you choose to open the floodgates and to trust your light so much more than everything in your physical reality. Let's see. Can't repeat the patterns, but what now? Yes, got it. Yeah, being a portal and creating from that space is huge. Yes. And what now? I just want you to understand. I'm going to give you the context. Okay, so it's not going to be what now. You will know exactly what now. Okay, this is not destined to just kind of leave you hanging. You will know exactly what now. How do you detach from results? Detach while having it all. Trust beyond what I can see or experience. It requires a strong or constant connection with my soul throughout the day. I so need to change my pattern. Cannot find, yeah. Oh, yeah. You must be willing to detach. The opening of the floodgates feel very apt for how I've been feeling. Soul first in every moment. The source energy is the temple. Ask the personality, what do you want to experience in this moment? Miracles are born from pure source energy. Make high quality choices. We can have it all. Working with the release of patterning, planetarily, bumping with the consistent link up. Being the light you are, I trust my light more than my physical reality. Powerful statement. And I'm here, I believe it. Now, this is not for the people who want to kind of play with spirituality. I'm just going to be honest. It's not. Because it asks a lot of your courage. Imagine that you would choose to build reality on your source light, just for a moment. But I have to let go of all these people and all the things. The personality kind of goes into that. Or the old paradigm is literally what it is. What if you, as you do that, liberate yourself, your children, your lovers, your friends, your clients, the world? There are children being born into that planet who operate like this already. We have the gift to be born in a different time, and we get to experience to go from this duality into that concept. Isn't it amazing? Instead of thinking, why am I not that child? Could you not have made it a little easier? We have the bliss and the blessing of massive expansion available because we've been feeling it all, like no clue what's happening, like in the dark. And now we are right here. And as we are here, we get to fully embody it, claim it, live it in this bigger perspective. This conversation is everything right now. Yeah, it's an important conversation to have. What you want to have into place is what I refer to as context. I've been talking about this in different moments, but I'm going to do it again because I know sometimes I need to say things multiple times for it to land. And that's perfectly okay. The context is joy, what you chose. Your context is freedom. My current context, and I want you to also understand that you have maybe different contexts in different positions in your life. I realized for me personally, but it can be different for you, that connection and freedom are the context where I want to live by. If I want a high quality experience in this life, I want to feel free and connected. You might have a completely different one. I just want you to think about, if I would live a high quality experience in this life, what would that be? For me, it's that. For example, if you ask me, what is the context in your relationship? Playfulness in my love relationship is exactly where I want to be. That actually gives me the connection and it gives me the feeling of freedom all in one. So sometimes we have different angles in different situations to touch that high quality touch point. Makes sense? So it's not necessarily the one thing, but the truth is underneath all of that, for me, it's freedom, connection. When I lack one of them, I do not feel in tune with who I am fully. So high quality for me means I have both. And so now when I operate in my business, in my family, in my life, when I'm not living in that context, what do you think I feel? Overwhelm, frustration, tightness, all of the things come up, right? So, you know, when you're feeling that, the only thing where you're being called into is your context. So it's important for you to figure out, what is my context? Because once you know, now you're not in the situations and then trying to figure it out. Now you actually start leading with this context of high quality choices. And now you're not in it all the time because you actually do not choose it anymore. So now your experience of life and who you are and who you came to be suddenly is one of elevation, because imagine if you would not have to go through all of these motions where you're bumping your head and you go back and you're doing all the thing and you're not sure and you don't, but now you suddenly fully know, I know, and there's no doubt, I know, I landed, this is who I am. And you create from that. Imagine the miracles available. This is, I think, when I started understanding that this big thing fell. While I was talking with one of you, one of those candles fell, and I was actually not touching it. It fell. You can see how big it is, right? With the big candle on top, it fell. It's because that is the frequency of miracles. There are literal physical portals right now, energy portals, that when you go through them by operating in a different system, and I'm talking about that, right? I'm talking about this is you operating in a different energy system, quite literally, an elevated state of being. Now, when you start operating in that system, reality starts moving and shifting. Physicality, quite literally, starts shifting in bigger ways than you would ever imagine possible. It's like, how on earth is this possible? What just happened? It's because you touch and you live and you operate from the frequency of miracles. That is not in the frequency of repetition, in the frequency of safe, in the frequency of logic, in the frequency what I think I can have, in the frequency of just enough. That's not what it is. And the beauty is, you don't need to feel complete and perfect and whole. You don't need all of that because you're in a human form. The only thing you need to decide is, where am I operating into? Is my connection not good? Weird? I actually have it on my phone just now because it was not working very well on my Wi-Fi. So I was half. Okay, I'm hoping the message, the energy comes through. Might also be the energy, guys. Talking about physicality, it's like a crazy thing, just saying. It happens. I'm not daring with all of you on to actually switch Wi-Fi now. I'm not gonna do it because I will lose you. No, my bandwidth is not enough. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sometimes it does. It's interesting, like how I talk about physicality responding, and we now have this going on. I've never really had this, right? It always works. And now we have this. Drive has to be clear. Yeah. So I started like to generate less energy. It's probably better for the computer. So funny. Now I'm lost. Hold on. Yes. So you want to, you don't need to be perfect. Okay, you're like, but I sometimes just do not feel whole. I sometimes just feel insecure. I sometimes feel angry. I sometimes feel all these things. Of course, you're human. Okay, you don't need to be operating on this system all day long. Okay, you're also operating on the system of humanness. We don't want to miss out on the fun of joy, on the fun of sadness. I'm just saying. Yeah, but it's not fun. Nobody gives depth to your life. And it gives meaning to your life, and it gives expansion. We just want to have choice and not be caught in sadness, depression, frustration. We want to experiencing it at a level we like to experiencing it, and then we also want to be able to move past it or beyond it, right? So it's not that we necessarily do not want to experience any of it. We just want to feel our power and mastery in elevating beyond. Okay, so this is not about never feeling human again. This is not about never feeling human again. It's just not. But this is about allowing yourself to operate in this heightened state of consciousness. I've been saying it more often. Now it maybe makes more sense. And to start really honing into this and living by this, rather than looking at what is and trying to make that into a life you want to live. Can you feel the difference? It's not that. That is like a human kind of life you're creating. If you try to effort your way with logic and making sense, and you know, I use this system and that, like, it gets you results, but it's a very human operating old school system. It asks you to be bold. And I just want to now like connect with you. Like, what is opening up for you hearing this? What are the fears? Let's be real. Like, what are the doubts and the fears coming up? Let's see what's happening. Because I know when I realized this, I was like, oh no. It means I have to let go of everything I've been creating. And on a deeper level for me personally, my biggest fear was, what if I don't get to live my calling? So that really got me like, triggered. Let go and rebuilding. Yes. Fear, overwhelm, making the wrong decision, making the wrong decisions. Yes. When you clarify with the, we don't have to be in the state all the time, that felt more accessible. Yes, we actually get to have choice when we want to operate. Isn't that fun? Between the human and this next level operating system. What happens if I let go of what I created? Yes. Scared that I don't be able to support myself financially, but taking this new up-leveled path, letting go of all the old same ways. How I keep remembering this and change, doubt. I've clear what I desire, making the right decisions. Doubt about what do I want for me and what do I want for others, to know the difference. So long wanting for others what they want. Isn't this magical? Like, this is sometimes the biggest hurdle. What do I actually want? It seems so clear. Well, no, because we have lived in a paradigm where we really did not get to have what we want. Where we're raised by, you can have everything you want. No, adjust, be quiet, do it this way. You have to do it this way. Like, so now the important thing about this is like, we're literally entering a new paradigm. Look at the children. They are born into it, feisty. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't make sense. Anyone with little children? They're really not taking the whole thing. They're built already in a different way. We get to like come into alignment with that. What an exciting journey. What if I don't get to live my calling? That it's too big. If I can't do it, you talk about boldness, but isn't it more trust? I think trust comes when you are bold, but like it's like moving into it. Just trust is a very receiving energy. Boldness means you actually need to align with it. And I think that is what is being asked. A lot of people in the community, in the spiritual world say like, well, let's trust. How many do really get the results? There's something different that wants to come and move through you. It's a boldness in who you are. It's a boldness in, I want what I want. It's a boldness in soul source first. It's a boldness in not pleasing others anymore. There's a boldness in like, can you feel it? It has not a lot to do with trust. It's like wanting what you want first. Having your clear, like context ready, joy, love, peace, whatever it is. This is the context. And now I'm transforming my life by the choices I make right now. Not by trying to influence my reality, but I'm just choosing to align with this higher felt context. And of course, this will influence my life. Of course, this will change my life. Make sense? Not to have access to my knowing. Yes, doubt, effort taking the leap, fear of losing connection, doubt, fear of being alone. Even the young dog responds different to orders. Yes, past attempts, no evidence. Another master, you state, we're only here to experience and expand. So this sounds like we can choose between the two, experience as a human or expand into, yes. It's not about no longer being human. But when we can operate in the knowing that we actually create our experience, isn't that different to go through sadness? Knowing it's actually an experience you are creating. That's a very different way than feeling stuck in your life. Nothing is working. I'm not creating the results. I don't have the relationship, the mission, the money, whatever, the safety you want. Well, actually you do. Everything is here. But if you start igniting it and then you stop, and you start and you, okay, now let's ignite it. And the next level is, let's hold it. Again, I want to say this is not for pussies, but it's like, this is next level. It is. It's like, it has nothing to do with, oh, nice spiritual. This is everything to do like, how much can you hold, and how willing are you to really transform your life and the lives of this planet? Because it's one thing to talk about light and all love and da-da-da-da. It's a whole other level to hold self-love fiercely. It's a whole other level to hold trust fiercely beyond all of that. Most people are not operating in this system at all. They sometimes touch it and then they go back, touch it, go back. And you can feel it in the level of fulfillment and knowing what decisions you want to make. Because if you are clear about your context, you know. There's no questions. It's no longer, I don't know what is my purpose, because you will know. Because you're now creating this operating system, next level, from which you are operating in this world and experiencing and choosing. And when you know the questions are gone, you don't need other people to kind of, the thing what you get then is, let's co-create. Let's co-create on this elevated level, creating magic in this world. Because if you are in your source of magic, and I am, and we're having these conversations, what do you think starts happening? This is next level, what will come through and how we start being. And then the reality starts shifting, because as you are tuning to that high level and you start being consistently in how you operate, now of course everything starts transforming. When you see people having exceptional results in this, whatever it is, it's because they do this. It's because they understand or they operate on the miracle frequency rather than on reality frequency. I want to operate in this system, but you're right, I don't know how. No, that's the thing. Keeping it real, feel fear that my loved ones cannot keep up with me, yes. And so let's go into, why would you want to operate on this next level operating system? Why would you want to access this heightened state? And you know when you're operating, because people of that same energy start coming to your field and co-creating with you. You can feel the resonance. It's, I'm impacting. There's this energy vortex arising where I'm in it. That's where the people, the situation, everything starts coming into alignment to your highest level of expression. The highest level of expression. And we came to lead and impact. Why would you not? Well, if you don't have a clear why you want to operate in that system, you will stay in the old. So you really want to have a clear reason. It needs to be a very strong why. Otherwise, you will go back to the old, because everyone around you is usually operating in that system. And that's how humanity does it. So if you're not 100% sure why and clear why you want this, you will not hold it in moments where it's hard. You will go back to the old. So there needs to be this feeling, this sensation, this decision making within, where you align with it. No other option to live with more lightness and more excitement. It's our birthright. Yes, to wake out, to awaken the rest. It is. Sounds and feels so great when I imagine it. It's who we are. That's it for me too, because it's me to fulfill my purpose life at your highest version. For me, that's it as well. I know if I'm not operating in that, I feel like I'm here to do that. And so that's a big one. That was actually the biggest fear for shifting it. What if? I'm being called to do so. I'm still playing it safe because I don't know what to do. I'm sure. It's so clear, yes. It brings great, deep happiness. No other option. I so want to go into this next level together with others. Can you feel it? It's a co-creation. We came to co-create and to see the reflection in each other. This is not a journey to do in your, we came to co-create. Yesterday, I was interviewing someone for my new human, and like she was a reflection of me. It was like pretty weird in like the whole thing. And I'm like, of course you're here right now. She's like, I know you. I said, I know you too. It was like a match made in heaven. She actually had the same abilities. And when we talked, we didn't really have to talk, which was pretty weird as well. Like we could just, she would say a word and I could see it, and the other way around. That's the level I'm talking about. Do you know how many spiritual teachers I've been interviewing? How many are operating on a human frequency? Like a lot. I'm just saying, a lot. And now I could feel this happening, and I'm like, that's the next level. I'm super ecstatic about what this will bring to the planet. Because what if we start operating on this? This is where we're moving into. I could feel it, like I could see it, I could sense it. It's like, it's like she was trying to explain, it's like telepathically. Are you very telepathically? I said, I don't really know what I am. I'm a lot of different things. And she said, yeah, but it's that, but beyond. I said, yes, it's beyond. I think it's how we co-create in non-physical. And I could do that with her in physical. And then we could switch to our humanness. We could talk about motherhood, which was ecstatic because we could talk about it from that other perspective. It's like a whole different way of experiencing and co-creating in this life. It would empower me, and I follow my calling in the best possible way, up-leveling myself and being a role model for the ones I want to reach. Yes, 100%. 100%. No other option for me, as I keep getting waking up calls, if I don't explore this, to be which I am. Yes, to live a more simple life and go back to basics of who I really am. This is so true. Can you feel how simple this is? This is not this is not where you try to fill everything in your life with a lot. This is where you are so clear on your energy projection. You don't need a lot. It's like it gives you a lot of free time, actually, if you would operate like this. Because you're not trying to hold all the things, you're actually focusing on that moment, this. Allowing it. It's another way of saying it. You're allowing life to work and co-create for you. This is not the other way around. You making it move. It starts to move. To lean into others around me, to be the example. I want this, yes. To live from ease and flow. Sounds exciting. Now you made me curious who you interviewed. I will tell you. Patience and trust. Yes, I know. It will be good. It's soon live. And it's not even, I don't think it's even the interview, but it's like the realization for me. This is it. Anyway, what have you been getting out of today so far? And we're gonna like end the conversation pretty soon, but I just want to know first. Was it a next level conversation? The essence. Yes, next level. Yes. Deep connection with self. It's like a whole new energy coming. Inspired to the next level. I am ready. Yes. I just came on a few minutes, but sounds exciting. Yeah. I must step forward. Yes, peace. Such a reassurance of where we are headed. If we can simply allow me bold, definitely feeling next level with this portal. It was definitely next level, allowing more to rise in you, be very clear and bold. We have to take a bold decision, letting go of the old paradigm. I'm ready, and trust, being more active and getting in the energy of soul. Miracle experience comes from a new ground, not from current reality. Ready to for the next level. Yeah, there's so much like coming, feeling connected to this way of living, the focus on your own points of being, just go for it. Yes. Now, let's see if more I want to say. I'm going to take a sip. What I could feel for me personally so clear was like high quality, deep connection, and freedom. They are the most important, like for me, to lead by. And that is actually a big thing, because it means when I look through these eyes in my reality, in my life, I have a really good life. Let's face it, I do. I am loved. I can live my purpose. I have great children. You know, I have a great life. I created a great life. Let's let go of that and see where we go. Are you kidding me? Yes, that's the level. It's not when we first, many times, like, I don't know how your journey was, but it was like going from misery and not being understood and kind of that kind of life into a life where I actually felt happy. I'm a very happy person, and I created something extraordinary. And of course, there's always little things, but I did. And now it's like, okay, are you now really willing to go to the next level? It's not about letting go of the struggle, it's letting go of the safety and the comfort we have been creating. That's an entirely different situation, isn't it? Because from struggle, we are very motivated. But from comfort and safety, it starts changing the game. How can you access the motivation you had when you were at your deepest moment and you really wanted to shift, like you really felt this, like, how can you allow that to come into alignment with you right now when you feel comfortable and safe? It's a very different question, a very different level of mastery, very different. Not a lot of people are operating, again. A lot of people are chasing safety, and when they have the comfort, but we are not built that way. I promise you, there's always next. We are built to express and to expand in bigger ways. So what I do is, for the people who feel excited about this and who want to connect with us, who feel called into a presence, I have been opening spots, or I am actually opening spots in my mastermind, which is a new context, a new way. For my current mastermind people, yes, some changes are coming. You will be delighted. We talk about it tomorrow. So, more connection and like a literal, you want to embody it. So this is for people who just feel that. I want to operate and live in this space. I want to connect and be connected in a frequency like weekly, where I get to embody and live this. Now I can go into all of the details, what is included. It's a lot, okay? It's very personal. There's a retreat included on Ibiza, so there's a lot included. I just want you to feel like, is this calling me? If so, you book a call, and then we go through it and we see if this is for you. It's a calling. And it's not a comfortable choice. Again, this is a leap. This is where you are willing to leap, where you choose the high quality. So if this is calling you and this is igniting you, and you just want to make sure that you start embodying it, not just feel ignition, but actually living this, come and play. So this is the link. You can also just send us an email. We will give you the link and you can schedule a call. And this is if you want this. Again, this is not for pussies. This is if you are bold and you are willing and you're ready to start operating on this frequency. For the people in my mastermind, tomorrow we have a call and we dive into the changes. Yes, I'm very excited about it. So, drop a last word of where you are leaving this call with. Let's see. Let's see. Inspired, happy, bold, miracles. And then the next question is, how are you going to allow this next level to arise in your life? How are you going to make 100% sure that this is the level you're going to operate in? I don't want this just to be inspiration. I want you to activate that next level portal and template in your life where you know, where you understand, and you are literally choosing to operate. Let's see. So Sandra, if you're not sure, just book a call. Even just connecting can help. Up-leveled, connected, certainty, leap. Yes. So what is that? Because there's like literally, there is a difference between becoming like the spectator and the receiver, and again, being bold and leading yourself into it with certainty. There's just, those are two different things. One will leave you inspired and usually you go back to the old. The other will be the ignition into this next level. Want to leap, but where? Well, come join, come have a conversation with us and we will make it sure. So it will be very clear for you, right? This is for you if you want to live your calling, your purpose, but you also want this high quality of life experience. It's not just about what is my calling, what is my mission, like that's part of it to be 100% sure, but it's like creating this clear context in your life and operating from it 100%. Sure, certain, knowing. That's it. No more going back. No, this is it. But it asks you to be bold and to make decisions and to allow yourself to be and operate in a space where we understand how to actually embody it. So if you're questioning how, well, come and join. You will know how. You will know how. No more hiding. Anyway, let's unmute ourselves and I will see you all on the calls. Let's see, I'm excited.